Hey guys, it's Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Page Punchers Flash Wave. Very much like the Aquaman wave we kind of piecemealed together over the course of the past almost year now. Forget when I reviewed the first three, then got the Aquaman this year. But today I'm going to be taking a look at Leonard Snart. His last name rhymes with fart. Of course, we are talking about Captain Cold, or as I like to call him, Chilly Willy, because I watch old cartoons from the 50s. Either way, this of course brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys and or DC Direct. And I picked this guy up on clearance at my local Walmart for a whopping $7. And I also got Heat Wave from the same wave, funny enough, for the same price. So two pretty decent figures for next to nothing. These guys kind of just popped up out of nowhere at my semi-local Walmart. It's close to where I used to work. But I remember the old man went in one day and was like, they got Captain Cold and Heat Wave. And I'm like, those are ancient, because Eagle Eye viewers of the channel, or longtime subscribers of the channel, will know that way back in 2022, was it? I did a review of the Gorilla Grodd from this wave. He is a mega figure. He's a big chunky boy. He's off cam. As a matter of fact, I think I got that figure right around the time I met the love of my life, my current girlfriend. So there is that. So before I get too far ahead of ourselves with side tangents and whatnots, why don't we cut right to the chase and get to the meat and taters of this review and take a look, see it all Leonard Snart has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the typical trading card. At least I hope it's his, not its Heat Waves. That said, we get a comic book still in the plastic wrap. I'll most likely take this out, put it away later. But there's that. We also get his Freeze Ray, which is this weird prong looking thing. But I dig it. It's different. It's a little tricky to get into his hand, but it can be done. Wish I had some tabs back here. It doesn't. Just kind of tabs in on the front. The handle plugs in here, and there's a little tab there. And bada bing, bada boom, you're done. But taking a closer look at Leonard Snart. He does have a hockey puck display stand racing with all McFarlane Toys releases, and is fairly loose. Like, he's not the tightest thing ever, but for $7, I'm not going to complain, especially this hip. This hip feels particularly loose. Well, the other one ain't that much tighter, so I don't know. But at any rate, he's got this cool helmeted look. He's different. Different is good sometimes. At least in this case. I wouldn't say in the case of the CW show that made him and Heatwave gay lovers. Kind of ironic since this is a freezing guy and Heatwave's a fire guy, but either way, he's got this cool masked look. You can look all around too with this head. Way better than the other one, the collector edition Captain Cold, so that's cool. You can look all around. His shoulders will pop out to the side. He's got that beautiful butterfly, but it's very tight on this dude. You really gotta push it, get it to move. He does have a bicep swivel, double elbow, ball hinge wrists, of course. He does have a diaphragm joint, but it's really kind of like either that bottom joint is super tight or something. I don't know. But at any rate, it gets kind of loose. It doesn't really want to lean forward. Maybe I got it to move a little bit better now. But it's just like, boy oh boy, it just does not want to lean forward. And I don't remember the other one having this problem. So maybe that's just mine, but if I leave this be, this will seize up and get stuck, kind of giving him a gut there. So that's kind of weird, but it is what it is. He does have the waist joint. That works fine. His hips will kick out to the side, back down, forward and back. He's got a thigh cut. Double knee. Kind of chunky and unsightly, but it does work. He's got ball hinge feet that will rotate, hinge, pivot, and then he's got the toe joint that doesn't really get much range either. So that is Leonard Snart in a nutshell. I may have to heat this guy up and pop him apart and see what's going on in this torso later, but at any rate, he's a cool figure. I dig him. But he does have his shortcomings, but you know, for $7, again, not terrible. I've had worse, way worse, for $50-$60, we'll say. So there you go. So standing him up there, his torso is kind of wobbly. I do think I am gonna hit that with some heat, see if I can get some more range out of it. I feel like it should move more, but I honestly can't remember. It's been so long since I messed with the current Captain Cold in this line. I'm familiar with his body, but because they do share the same body, if you haven't noticed. Bringing in two regulars, we got the Mythic Legion's brother Mandibolith and the infamous current Livid Spawn, who, as usual, he's not towering, but he's a little taller than Leonard Snart there. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and for the price I paid, which, need I remind you, was only $7 US, at least current US currency. I'm sure the dollar will depreciate over the next 4 years, but that's besides the point. Yes, I thoroughly enjoy good old Captain Cold here. Would I have paid full rep for him? Maybe. He seems that cool, no pun intended, maybe a little bit. But I think a lot of people do prefer the collector edition to this one, mostly because it's more recognizable. And I would say myself included, though I do like the more helmeted look that this guy's got going for him. I think that's a nice touch. And I like the very Bayformer-esque Megatron fusion cannon freeze gun he's got. That is also something that is a little bit more unique for this version of the character. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.